Well, hello. Welcome back. And this is a little different because this is not Bible study. This is actually going to be my announcements for the month. And I have several of them. I don't always have announcements. In fact, this is the first time that I've actually done this. And I'm just going to try and go through it. I do have a couple of notes of things that I want to cover. And I just want to do this. You guys know I forget to do this stuff in my videos. I don't remember to do shout outs, and I don't remember to do any of that kind of stuff because I just am concentrating on getting the content out there. And so I need to take time and say thank you to everybody who supports me, who watches my videos, who encourages me, all of that stuff. I just need to thank all of you because it really does mean the world to me to know that people want to hear what I have to say, or laugh with me, or whatever it is that you're doing. So a couple of things, several announcements, like I said. So the first one, I mentioned this in my live, and I know I've mentioned it to a couple of people, but I did. My final big client has hit on some hard times and is not going to be able to afford my services any longer. So that on top of the other client removing my position at the end of October kind of has me in a little bit of a tight spot. Don't get me wrong, we're okay. Mima and Dave, their incomes are not affected. As long as the U.S. government keeps paying them, we'll be okay. Should the U.S. government start reneging on Social Security, then we could be in a lot of trouble. But yeah, so it is what it is. I do still have, I have three very small clients. I just basically do maintenance on their site. It takes maybe a half an hour or so a week, and it might make me $100 a month or so. So it's not certainly not enough to satisfy all of my economic needs. So of course there are some things that I'm going to need to have to do. And the last thing that I want to do, of course, is to go outside of the home and work. I've worked for myself for a long, long time, and I have worked from home for a long, long time. And yeah, I'm a little old to be going out and starting a on my feet kind of job out there. I don't think that would be good for my body. So I'm going to concentrate on what I know best and what I've been doing for the last, I don't know, 20 some years or so, and that is graphic design, IT, marketing, and that kind of stuff. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing in the coming weeks is revamping my website, my Sims Graphics website, which was my original business name way back when I was promoting myself for graphic design. So I'm going to be starting to do that again, and I will be looking for clients probably come the new year. I'm gonna kind of take it easy through now through Christmas. It's not a great time to be, you know, doing all that kind of stuff right now. People have a lot on their minds, so I'll probably put most of that off until after the new year. But I can. There's nothing to say that I can't develop the websites and make them fabulous. So I've got one that I'm developing for my graphic design business that I do, and that will be offering services for website design, any type of graphic design, from logos to advertisements to backgrounds to any of that kind of stuff. Um, I'm also going to offer video editing and content creation if those are so anyway, a bunch of those services, but those will all be on my website, and it should be up in a week or so. I'm working on it now. I just had to take a little bit of a break and pop in and say hi and stuff. So yeah, here I am. So that's that. And then I am going to do another website that's going to have, I'm going to try and sell some of my art because I have a ton of it. And the idea was to go and sell it locally at different shows and stuff, but that's kind of a no-go anymore. So I will be trying to hunt down a shop that I can maybe, you know, pay them whatever, do like a split and display my merchandise on in their stores and stuff. And we'll see. I'll see. Maybe the kitchen store would be a good place for like some of my trivets and stuff and stuff like that. So I'm going to look around for that. I'm also going to be listing it all on my website. Lorrie's World actually is going to be the other website that I'm starting up. Lorrie's World, and it's going to have my art on it. It'll also have my video log on it, and it'll have my gardening stuff on it, and just my hobby stuff, my painting and my gardening and cooking and Thrive. It'll have my Thrive stuff on her too, but I'm going to get to that in just a couple of minutes. So so that's a couple of things out of the way that I just kind of wanted to catch you guys up on and let you know what was going on with me there. Give me just 1 sec. Dogging. Anyway, okay, so let's move on. So something else that I did after our live last week, Robert got in touch with me and asked if about the buttons that I was showing off last week, the little Johnny John Keeney buttons. And they're not actually buttons, they're just stickers that I stuck onto some buttons that I had laying around the house. They're not really actual buttons. And I don't have a contact for making buttons. And right now, I don't have the income to be able to get a bunch of buttons made up and ship them out to people who might be interested. But what I could do was create a merch store. So I looked into a few different merch stores, and the one that I selected was Teespring. It seems to be the most popular with people. They seem to have really good product, and that was what I wanted. So tomorrow, December 2nd, there's going to be a site-wide sale, 15% off. And I made a few things. I made this is on a t-shirt and a few things now. This is on cups. I've got this on a bunch of stuff, the General John Keeney stuff, and that's actually what started it. I made a Meemaw t-shirt and a bunch of Meemaw stuff. And yeah, so what started it was the whole John Keeney thing, right? And the buttons. And I thought, well, maybe I can't make buttons, but I can make other stuff with John Keeney on it. And all the proceeds, all of the proceeds from the John Keeney stuff, John has asked that those proceeds be donated. And so they will be. There's a new Homesteaders Fund that Simply Jan and Micro Farmer have started up, and they are raising money to help people in our community who have had horrible things happen, or are struggling. There's a lot of people who are struggling right now. So this fund is going to be designed for that, people that we know and people that we love and people that we can help. So that's what the merch is all about. Anyway, there'll be a link down underneath. There'll be a link to the merch store. There's a few socks. There's a whole bunch of stuff on there. It was fun. I had fun playing with it for sure. And then the other thing, of course, that I'm doing that you all know about is the Thrive Life freeze-dried foods. And I cook with these quite often, probably at least once a week I'm making something with at least something out of there. Meemaw loves to have she eats the fruit with her yogurt all the time. She just throws the fruit into the homemade yogurt and lets it sit for a few minutes and then just chomps it down. And I mean, it really is. If you're looking for prep food, the stuff is good on the shelf for 25 years without being opened. Most of it is. There's a couple of things that have a shorter shelf life, but most things are 25 years unopened. And then most of them are 1 year after they've been opened. So no more food going bad, no more having to hunt for odd, weird things that you don't usually keep on hand because there they all are. The December packages, the specials are just coming out, so there's a bunch of stuff that you can save up to 30% on. And I recommend that you go check it out. There is a link to my Thrive shop down underneath there too. And so if you're looking at getting some food for long-term storage, or you're liking the idea of the convenience and the ease, I mean, I tell you what, sometimes I use it just because my back hurts so bad. I can't bear the thought of going and standing in the kitchen and cutting onions and peppers and carrots and celery and all those things to make whatever it is that I'm making. And so this is a godsend to me because it's already cut, it's already prepped, it's ready to go. I just have to throw in a little extra liquid and it's good to go. I just cook it up and it's so easy and so convenient. So if you were ever thinking now is the time to get prepared, you never know what's going to happen, right? Like for me, sometimes it's just because my back is killing me and I don't want to cook. But there's other times we've had power outages here on the island where I live. We usually it was bad once. It was out for 5 days, but generally it goes out, and this is something that you can throw together with some hot water. You can cook over a camp stove or a fire or whatever to heat up some water and get this going. So it's fantastic. Anyway, that's my Thrive Fit pitch for the month. And then the last thing that I got to share with you guys is remember my indoor garden? Remember my indoor garden? oh, oh dear. My green screen is, let me hide that. And let me hide that. And then you can't, darn, you can't even see. Oh, you can a little bit. Look at the flowers. Look at the flowers right here. I have flowers on my tomato plant. My little mini tomato plant. It needs to be transplanted. That's something I'm going to do tomorrow. But look at how beautiful that is. That's not indigo black. That's a big lie. It's a red robin. I planted it October 2nd. And it's got flowers. I'm so excited. So that's 2 months. Right? It's December 1st. I planted it October 2nd, so 60 days. And yeah, we're doing fantastic. Once it gets into a bigger pot, it's going to really take off. So that's it. Those are my updates for today or for this month. I don't know. We'll see if I have that much news to share with you at the beginning of January. I might even have more. Don't forget, I have the Christmas Carol collaboration going on. Let me know if you put a video up so I can make sure I get it added to my playlist. And so yeah, don't forget that to let me know, or tag it Christmas collaboration Carol Christmas collaboration, something along those lines. Get it tagged so I know to add it. Loose Faucet did one today. That's the first one that I've added to the list, and I know that Gail's working on one. Mountain Grandma said that she wanted to work on one, and I had a whole bunch of people who said, "No, we're not gonna do it." But whatevs. I'm just kidding. Some people were a little they didn't want to do it because it was a Shed Wars thing. Well, it's not a Shed Wars thing. I mean, yes, I'm in Shed Wars and I'm a proud proponent of Shed Wars. I think that a gardening collaboration that extends all around the world trying to teach people how to grow their own food is a fantastic thing, and I will always promote Shed Wars. But the Christmas Carol collaboration is just about singing Christmas songs and enjoying the spirit of the season with the people that you know and love. And so I hope that regardless of what community you are a part of and what your feelings are about Shed Wars in particular, I hope that you will still join this collaboration and sing a Christmas song with me. And then don't forget, Christmas Day, I'm having that live feed, and we're going to sing Christmas songs the whole time. So have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out and watching and listening to all my news. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I will see you soon. Take care of yourself. Bye now.